A very good morning, students. Let's move into the understanding of the presentation of data. And in the first part of our presentation, we will go with the tabulation method. And in the tabulation method, the gist of tabulation method is the table itself, right? So a table is what? It's a presentation through rows and columns of various information, generally presented quantitatively in order to convey the meaning inherent in the table itself, right? Now, let's look into this table which provides information about number of students in the different section of schools gender wise. So you are given 3 sections for a particular class. So we are taking class 12 students, right? 12th A is there, 12th B is there, 12th C is there, right? And there are boys and girls in each section with reference given horizontally for each section and gender wise vertically for the gender as such for various sections. The total amount of number of boys is given vertically as well as the girls. Now look into the table. There are various important elements of it. First and foremost, you have to see what is the number as such. In every book or every journal wherein you will find a table, you will first find a reference number with which you can relate the table with. Suppose this is written 1.2, I think it's as if it's visible. Yes. Now that is what? That is the table number. Every table has to be assigned a specific number, and we are also assigning the number 1.2 to our table. The next point which is to be taken into account is the heading of the table, right? So what is the head or the heading or the title, if I have to say, of the table, also called as title, is number of students in different sections. Clear? So this is the title of the table as such in this regard. If you are having anything to support this title, this can be called as head note, like we have on the basis of gender or class 12. That is the head note for this one. Am I clear with? Now comes the integral part of the table, which is very important part. The next points which we have to take into account. If you see, students, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 rows as such given in this table, 12th A, 12th B, 12th C. These are referred to as stubs. What we call it as stubs. Stubs basically refer to as the heading. Heading for what? If I can find a presentation space, I will call this one as a D portion. Row headings. Row headings would be referred as stubs for you. Am I clear? Similarly, you will find columns. Columns, boys, girls, and there is total column again, one of them. So these columns which are here, their headings as such, like boys, girls, total, are referred as captions. Remember the term? Captions. Captions is the heading, the name given to the headings as such, presented vertically. Strictly speaking, I am referring to column headings when I say captions. So remember, it can be asked of you in your MCQs or different types of exams, what are the headings given to various columns. Some more points to be noted. What else can be, if I have to say so? We have written head note, where this table has come from. That can be reflected through source note. Suppose this table has been taken from a particular register of a school which takes account of it. So you can give an information of the same in the source note, right? The most important part which I would like to highlight here, where quantitative values are given to you, which makes up your analysis, that is referred as the body of the table. Body of the table. Mark it down. This is what the body of the table is. Various facts in number terms representing it. And last but not the least, if you have to give something as the additional information at the end, you can give it like this: information, whatever you want to, which you find at the end, you can give it, is referred as footnotes. So various parts of the table, ranging from the title, page number, captions, stubs, source notes, all make it for presentation of the tables. Tables can be of variety also. That we'll discuss a little bit later. Thank you.